Hello everyone, here we are in Liverpool in the UK for the 53rd IATEFL Annual Conference and Exhibition. I'm here with Judith Mader, a member of the Board of Trustees. So hello Judith,
hello,
welcome, thank you for your
Angelos.
time today. What does it mean to Board of Trustees for somebody who doesn't know? What does it mean to be a member of that?
Well, to be a member of the Board of Trustees is actually to take responsibility for IATEFL as a UK charity, as a company and as a membership association. So it's actually quite a big responsibility.
All right, and what is your role in the board?
And my role is also slightly different from others. We all have our own separate roles. I'm the SIG representative, so I represent the SIGs, that's the special interest groups in IATEFL, to the Board of Trustees, and equally the Board of Trustees to the special interest groups.
What do the SIGs do for somebody who's not a member of IATEFL? What does SIG mean?
SIG stands for Special Interest Group, and there are 16 special interest groups in IATEFL, and every IATEFL member has the right to be a member of a special interest group, of a SIG, according to their interest. And there's something for everybody, I can assure you. In fact, most members are probably spoilt for choice when they're trying to choose a SIG. And of course, you can be a member of more than one SIG.
Yesterday we had the PCE day, which was related to SIGs. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. The PCE day, PCE is pre-conference event, is one day organised by each SIG, or quite often two SIGs cooperating to organise one joint event, combining their two areas of interest. Lasts the whole day, and each special interest group is free to choose the format and the speakers and how they organise it. So it's a great opportunity to find out more about the particular special interest, as well as to meet other like-minded people.
So it's like a mini conference as part of the main conference.
That's it, yes.
What about your journey? How did you end up, if you like, being on the Board of Trustees?
Well, I find it hard to imagine myself sometimes, but I became a member of IATEFL about 40 years ago, which is an awfully long time, when there was no electronic communication at all. So I sometimes wonder now how I actually ever communicated with IATEFL, but it was all post. And for many reasons, I didn't actually get to come to a conference until it was 2005, so that's 14 years ago, when I first came to a conference. By that time, there were quite a lot of SIGs. We do sometimes have new SIGs, so there weren't 16 then, but because of the work I was doing, I joined the Business English SIG and the Testing, Evaluation and Assessment SIG, and spoke at that conference and many others since. And became more interested in being involved in a SIG. That was the first step, so I joined the committee of the Testing, Evaluation and Assessment SIG, T-SIG, and eventually became coordinator of that SIG. And so then the next step was my own interest in becoming the SIG representative, and representing all the SIGs on the Board of Trustees. And yeah, that's where I am now. So
you volunteer a lot of your time at IATEFL.
Yes, I suppose so.
What do you gain out of it?
What I gain is actually a great sense of appreciation, a sense of being able to do a job well and it being appreciated for it, which is very important, I think, in our profession. We get appreciation from our students, of course, but our learners, but often we're a bit isolated, so that was great to feel part of a community and to do certain things that I didn't have a lot of opportunity to do in my professional life. I was the newsletter editor for a time, and that was one opportunity to work on text and editing, which I love. So that was an additional string to my bow, if you like, or whatever the expression is, and as well as being able to do things that I enjoy more, such as organising groups, meetings, projects, on top of that within the SIG, and now within IATEFL to a certain extent. So yeah.
So you've been a regular conference attendee also and presenter.
Yeah.
How has the conference experience been for you over the years?
The conference experience has changed actually for me personally quite a lot, because when I first came I was a presenter, so I was also very nervous about it and was very impressed by the welcoming atmosphere and the very friendly atmosphere in the session that I did. And I was a presenter for many years after that, and when I became a SIG coordinator, things changed slightly because I had things to do connected with the SIG, sometimes try and find new committee members or speakers or contributors to the newsletter, so that I didn't go to as many sessions as I did in the beginning. And then now I find a lot more of my time is taken up with meetings and discussions, and which is all part of the conference experience, and it's a great opportunity to meet people.
We're very lucky today, and we have people from all over the world watching us. Is there anything in particular you would like to say to them? If they are not members of IATEFL, why should they become members of IATEFL?
Well, I would say when I became a member of IATEFL, we didn't have the communication possibilities that we do today, so that now I think members get a lot more out of it, even more than I've got out of it, or that I got out of it for the first 20 odd years of my membership. And so I think it's actually a great opportunity to find out more about the teaching profession worldwide. It can provide career opportunities, but also to meet online, basically, which was something that I couldn't do, other like-minded people, and discuss things of common interest. And there are so many opportunities for this: the webinars, online discussion lists, forums, so that if the conference itself seems like a big step, which I can imagine it is for many, and it was for me as well, you can still participate in the life of IATEFL without having to spend a lot of money and time and energy to attend the main annual conference, although I do feel it's something that every teacher should try and do at least once in a lifetime.
And as you said before, if you become a member of IATEFL, you can become a member of a SIG.
Yes, you can, and that's included in the membership, a membership of one SIG. And as I say, probably many members are spoilt for choice because it's rare that you only have one single interest. And so, of course, you can change SIGs. I shouldn't perhaps be saying this because SIGs like to keep their members, but if everybody changes now and again, then the number of members will remain more or less constant. And there you can really develop your own particular area of interest, and you may find something that you hadn't thought about, and it may turn into a new opportunity for you.
Well, thank you very much, Judy.
Thank you.
For your time. Thank you very much. Have a great conference.
Thank you very much indeed.